A vertical right circular cylinder with a diameter of 1.5 meters and a weight of 900 newtons is held in place by an anchor block. The cylinder is positioned such that 0.3 meter of its height is submerged below the water surface. The anchor block has a volume of 0.5 cubic meter and a unit weight of 24 kilonewtons per cubic meter in air. The water is seawater with a specific gravity of 1.03. Say, supposedly yung bottom ng sea. A right circular cylinder is floating. The diameter given is 1.5 meters. Then, according to this, it is held in position by an anchor block such that 0.3 meters of the cylinder is below the surface of water. So, pinipigilan yan mag-float up totally because of this anchor block. The unang-unang gagawin nyo dito is determine all of the forces in the system. We have here the weight. Weight of the cylinder, 900 newtons or 0.9 kilonewtons. Since lumulutang yan, nas tubig yung ating cylinder, there is a buoyant force acting on that cylinder. Tawagin ko siya FB1. Another force here involved in the system is the weight of that block. Tawagin siyang WC. Dito sa ating anchor block, meron din yung buoyant force. Kasi doon yan sa tubig. Hindi pa ito kumpleto. Since yung block natin is nakatouch sa ground, there is a reaction. So this is our complete free body diagram in that system. Huwag mo munang lagyan ng tension sa rope because hindi natin yan tinutol. Anas putulin na natin sa na-expose na yung internal force and that is the tension. Huwag mo munang lagyan ng forces hanggat hindi mo pa pinuputol yung ating system. The formula for the buoyant force is gamma of liquid times the volume space. So for our FB1, seawater to, the gamma of seawater is gamma water, 9.81, times specific gravity. That is the gamma of the seawater. Yung volume displaced, itong nasa tubig. So it is pi over 4 diameter squared, diameter is 1.5. Yung height displaced dito sa tubig is 0.3. So that is our FB1. For FB2, buoyant force on the anchor block. So gamma is, again, 9.81 times 1.03, gamma ng liquid kung saan siya nagsubmerge. Yung volume nito is given na siya directly. 0.5 cubic meters volume of the anchor block. So meron tayong FB2 in kilonewtons. Weight ng block naman tayo. So the weight formula is gamma of the object times the volume of the object itself. So gamma of the block or the concrete is 24 kilonewton per cubic meters. Then volume ng concrete block is 0.5. We have here 12 kilonewtons. Kung gusto natin kuhanin yung reaction dito sa seabed, summation forces vertical. So we have R upward, FB1 upward, FB2 upward. Inuna ko yung mga upward forces. And minus downward forces, 0.9 kilonewtons, minus weight concrete equals 0. FB1 is 5.375, FB2 is 5.052, and weight of concrete is 12 kilonewtons. Kuha natin yung reaction at the seabed, 2.491 kilonewtons. Part 1, buoyant force on the cylinder for the debent position. So, yan na yung 5.357. Yan yung FB1 natin kanina. Number 2, tensile force in the wire for the given draft of this cylinder. Ngayon, putulin na natin siya para ma-expose yung force. Equal tension away from the member. So dito ka mag-consider yung force tension away sa member. O dito ka naman mag-consider yung force tension is away from the member. Ganun yan. Pwede mong gamitin ito yung forces diagram na yan. Pwede rin dito. Gagawin ko yung dalawa para ma-prove na design yan. Una, I will consider the top diagram. Summation forces vertical equals 0. 5.357 upward minus 0.9 downward. Yung T dito is downward minus T equals 0. So, 4.457. Kung dito ka naman tumingin, summation of forces vertical equals 0. We have T upward minus 12 downward plus 5.052 upward yan. Take note, may reaction pa yan, 2.491 kilonewtons equals 0. So, kuha natin yung tension. The same value yan, of course. Evaluate the rise in meters in the time that will lift the anchor from the bottom of the sea. Ito daw malilift siya. Ano mangyari kung malilift yan? Kung malift ito, then wala na reaction dito. Kasi maalsa na siya. Kung merong rise in tide, magbabago yung buoyant force sa cylinder. Say, lalaki yung volume displaced, yung volume na nakasubmerge sa tubig. Yung buoyant force naman dito sa baba for the anchor block, it's same lang. Yung buong block pa rin yung nakasubmerge dyan. Aside from that, magbabago yung height. Ano yung required rise in tide? Tawag siyang delta. So that malift yung ating anchor block. Kukunin mo muna si buoyant force by that condition. Summation of forces vertical equals 0. So you have FP1 upward minus 0.9 minus 12 plus 5.052 equals 0. Walang tension na, hindi natin pinutol. So ito yung required buoyant force. While the buoyant force FB1 in the cylinder, that is equals to gamma liquid times volume displaced. Substitute natin si FB1 dito. Gamma of liquid again, 9.81 times the specific gravity. The volume displaced is the cross-sectional area pi over 4 times the diameter squared times the height or depth submerged. The depth submerged is 0.3 plus delta. Kuha natin yung rise in tide, 0.139 meters. Next problem. A square footing measuring 1.5 by 1.5 meters is founded 1.2 meters below the ground surface. The soil has a unit weight of 18 kilonewtons per cubic meter, a cohesion of 10 kilonewtons per cubic meter, and an internal friction angle of 30 degrees. The groundwater table is deep and does not affect the unit weight. So, bala ito yung ating footing. 1.5 meters. Founded 1.2 meters below the ground surface. Yung phi dito is 30 degrees, angle of internal friction. The gamma of soil is 18 kilonewton per cubic meters. Then Poisson's constant is 10 kilopascal. Okay, based on phi of 30 degrees, meron tayong value na NC, NQ, and N-gamma. Nandito natin yung component. 30 degrees, NC, NQ, and gamma. The groundwater table is at a level that does not affect the unit weight of the soil. Assume naman natin nandito, water table, masyado na siyang malalim. Hindi siya makaka-apekto. So, part 1, question strength now. And this is the Tersades bearing capacity. Due to question, ito yan, 1.3 C and C. Actually, magkaiba yan for square, rectangle, and circular. So, ito yan Sa square, yung multiplier natin for KC is 1.3. 1.3 C and C. Multiplier natin for Q is what? And for K gamma is 0.4. This is square, so 1.3 C and C tayo. Poisson's constant is 10 kilopascal. And C is 37.2. We have here 483.6 kilopascals. Okay? Next, Q and Q. Multiplier natin dyan is just 1. Lahat ng yan is 1 lang. This is due to overburden pressure. Where Q is the pressure overburden. Dito yan. Effective pressure yan sa baba ng footing. Ito yung Q natin. Yung Q is gamma of soil times height of 1.2. Yan yung Q. Yung NQ is 22.5. Answer, 486 kilopascal. Then lastly is footing dimension. Ito naman yung formula natin for footing dimension. Q, B, and gamma. Dito mo yan mapuha, 0.4. Yung QB dyan is additional effective pressure at distance B below the bottom of the footing, 1.5 meters. Kung rectangular sa yung mas malita distance. Kung circular sa yung diameter yan. effective pressure dito starting from here. Parang increase in pressure yan to that depth. So, nito yung QB natin. 0.4 QB is gamma soil 18 times 1.5. Okay, yan yung QB. Yung N gamma is 19.1. You have here 206.18. Next problem. In a triaxial test conducted on a normally consolidated soil, the normal stress on the failure plane is 510 kilopascals, while the corresponding shear stress at failure plane is 250 kilopascals. Ganito yung scenario. Kung ito yung soil specimen natin, it is subjected to sigma 3 upon finding pressure, a chamber pressure quadrant yan yung tawag. Meron tayong tinatawag na plunger stress, sigma P. Yung failure dito is at an angle theta. That is our failure plane. So bale, yung tinutukoy dito na stresses, normal and shear stress. Yan yung shear stress dito, parallel to that plane, and that is the normal stress. To i-plot natin siya, meron tayong sigma 3, ito yung pag-plot ng Mohr cycle, minimum principal stress, then plunger stress, ito yung stress natin dito. Bali yung stress dito, ito yung axis natin, the stress in this axis, or in that plane is sigma 3, minimum principal stress. And the stress in that plane is sigma 3 plus sigma d. So sigma 3 plus sigma d, this is another principal plane. Ito yung ating sigma 1, maximum principal plane. Kaya yung sigma d is the diameter of the Mohr cycle. The center ito. Of course, radius yan. Then ito yung ating failure envelope. Tangent yan sa Mohr circle. That one is radius, perpendicular yan dito. Angle of internal friction phi. Normal stress at failure plane, ito yan. Iba yung sinasabing maximum normal stress at failure. Kasi yung term is maximum normal stress or maximum principal stress at failure. That is sigma 1. Minimum normal stress, then yung sigma 3. Ito naman is the tau F along the tau axis. Compute the angle of friction. Just use right triangle. Tangent phi equals to, that one is 250 over 510. You have this one, 26.11. Compute the angle of failure plane with the major principal axis. So that is the angle theta. Paano naman yan kunin? Meron na tayong 26.11. This one, kung sa actual plane natin, theta yan, galing sa major principal plane, nag-move tayo ng twice of theta, magiging twice of theta yan. Then property of a circle, kung 2 theta yan, this one is theta. Inscribe angle, central angle. So ito naman tawagin kong omega. May relation yung theta and phi. In this right triangle, yung omega is 90 minus phi. Kung dito ka titingin sa center, omega plus 2 theta is equal to 180 degrees. Kung i-substitute ko yan dito, 90 minus phi, then simplify the equation. Divide it by 2 both sides, that becomes 45 plus phi over 2. At i-memorize yun yet. With that one as 26.11, you have here 58.1 degrees. And pangatlong tanong, compute the maximum principal stress. Yan yung sigma 1. First, I will consider this right triangle. That one is 510. Ito naman is 250. Tawagin ko muna itong C. Kunin ko muna yan. Square root of 510 squared plus 250 squared. Z is 567.98. I can now consider this right triangle, and I will solve for this. Tawagin natin C. So with that right triangle, meron tayong angle, meron tayong isang side. Bakuha na natin. Now both R and C. Kung mag-tangent ako, tangent of phi equals to R over adjacent. Huwag natin si R. Kung mag-cosine naman ako, cosine of phi, adjacent is ito, hypotenuse is C, kuha natin C. So maximum principal stress is C plus R. Substitute C and R. Answer, 910.9 kilopascal. Next problem. Barometer is used to measure. Answer: atmospheric pressure. Manometer is used to measure. Answer: pressure in pipes, channels, and etc. Equation of continuity is based on the principle of conservation of. Answer: mass. Bernoulli's equation deals with the law of conservation of. Answer: energy. All the terms of energy in Bernoulli's equation have dimension of. Answer: length.